This is Chroma Console, and it's a multi-effects unit with a really interesting workflow. Each one of these has its own category of effects. This one has 5 different kinds of tone, drive, and fuzz effects. This one has 5 different kinds of modulation. This has ambient stuff like reverb, delay, and reverse. And this one has compressors, filters, and glitchy stuff. You press each button to select an effect, and the buttons will light up a different color to show you which effect you're on. And you can combine all of these effects and do something like this. I think my favorite thing about this pedal is the lack of menu diving that you have to do. And I really like this little guide here that shows you which buttons you have to press to do certain things like change the order of effects or access secondary parameters. You can change the order of your effects by pressing these 2 buttons here and then selecting your effects in the order you want them. So this can make a big difference because, for example, if you put the tremolo before the reverb, it sounds like this. And if you put the tremolo after the reverb, it sounds like this. I'm going to use this tape echo sound and turn this knob all the way up so that it self-oscillates. And then I'm going to run that into a glitchy bit crusher. And if you don't want to move the knob like that, you can use an expression controller and you can map anything on the pedal to the expression controller so that you can just use your foot instead. Or you can press these 2 buttons here to record the movement of a knob, and then it will just automate that function for you like this. You can use this to swell notes in, and if you add a tremolo after it, it starts to blur the boundary between those 2 effects. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to run it into a high pass filter and a reverse sound, which sounds like this. If you're like me and you're not a huge fan of fuzz and distortion sounds, you can run some different effects after a fuzz or distortion to get some really interesting textures. It's also got a looper that's really easy to use. All you gotta do is hold down this foot switch here and then let go. One thing to note about this pedal is you can't combine effects that are in the same vertical column. So for example, you can't combine reverb with reverse sounds. You can only use one effect per column. When you create a sound that you really like on the Chroma Console, you can save it as a preset. And this thing also has a bunch of really cool MIDI functions as well. So thank you so much to Hologram for sending me the Chroma Console.